Hi, everyone. I'm going to show you how I create a spreadsheet of deadlines for each student using Common App that will hopefully help them keep more on track and also allow you to keep things updated if you like. So with that, I'm going to sign into one of my students' Common Apps, and I'm going to bring up the My Colleges page. So let me share my screen and show you how I do that. See, share, shortcut key. And I am on the college screen of one of my students, and you can see he's got quite a few students, schools in his list, and he's only submitted Florida State. So to get a spreadsheet of all of his deadlines, I'm going to go over here to the top right of the overview panel and just click Application Requirements. And that brings up the Common App grid for just his schools. If you were to click on the little circle below, top right, where it says all colleges, you would have the grid for, all the colleges on the Common App. But right now, all I care about are his colleges. So I am going to copy this whole, online grid. I highlighted everything. I'm going to do a Control C. I have pre-opened up, although you can do it now, it doesn't matter, Microsoft Excel. Let's go to that. And I'm just going to adjust the widths of some columns before I paste in here. So the first column I know is the school name, and it's pretty wide. The next several columns are deadlines. So I'm going to set the width at, let's say, 12. I know that that's wide enough. And I'm now going to do a Control V to paste in what I just copied. I am going to change all the fonts. I like Calibri, and I like to do everything in 12. I'm going to change the row height to 18 because I like a height of 18. I am going to get rid of the columns starting right after the rolling and regular decision deadline. So I'm just going to delete all those columns at the end because I don't need them. I am also going to delete the column for whether school is co-ed or not. Oh, I lost the C in college name. I'll put it back in. In fact, I'll left justify it to make it even. Okay, doesn't want to do that. Oh, here we go. Left justify. That C back in. College name. Let's put borders around everything. Why isn't this showing it? See what happens if I just highlight some of the cells. Oh, maybe it's here and I just can't see it. Let me get rid of this Zoom stuff. Yeah, it is here. I just couldn't see it. If I go into borders and I say I want outside and inside, got it. Let me just do it for the titles. I'll just highlight them and press F4, which is a repeat key. And now I have all the early decision, early action, I have all the deadlines. Again, I'm concerned a little bit with aesthetics, so I want to put everything sort of centered. Okay. Just a little easier to read. And I'm going to add a column. I'm going to make it much narrower. I'm just going to call this column status. I'm going to center everything in that column. I don't need to go down that far. Here we go, centering everything. And I know from looking at his application that he submitted FSU. And I know he's not doing early decision to a school other than Columbia. So I'm going to highlight this date. I'm going to actually get rid of all the other early decision dates so that they don't, sort of, bother him or get in the way of things. I am now going to go into early action and highlight all of the early dates. Now, I know with Georgia Tech over here, October 15th is only for Georgia residents, so he has to do an EA2 there. And I do firmly believe that students should apply to every college EA that where it's allowed. In other words, if it's not, if there's not a college that has a restrictive policy. So here's another November 1st, November 3rd, that's coming up, November 1st, November 1st, November 1st. I could have made these yellow or something like that as well, but I can now save this and send it to him. I'm actually going to send it to you as well. You can, by the way, if you want to rearrange things and put the early action columns before the early decision columns, that's fine. But I think this is absolutely going to help him stay just a little bit more on track. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Bye.